Yeah, hi there, Ricardo. This is Michael, and I'm going to read your paper right now. So you're one of my students at Cal State University. I'm taking a look at your English 106 multi-draft writing project number 1. So thank you for submitting the writing assignment. So first of all, I'm looking through your part 1, the assessing book reviews. So I think you're going in the right direction there. So it looks like you have 3 different paragraphs. In your third paragraph, you say the purpose is to show readers that the author does an excellent job conveying the heroic event that was previously not well known to the public. So it looks like you have a pretty good idea there. Now with the second part of it, let's take a look at your book review. So check your in grade, you'll see my message. So with your first paragraph, let's take a look at your thesis. So in paragraph 1, you say Argo is historical spy thriller written by Antonio Mendez. The end of that paragraph, the hostages were treated terribly, but what was forgotten was that 6 workers had escaped to the Canadian embassy. So you don't really have a thesis, unfortunately. So at the end of that first paragraph, you should kind of answer the question, do you like the book or do you not like the book? Why or why not? And then come up with some specific guidelines as to why. So I'd recommend that. So your second paragraph, you said the events that took place could not be brought to light due to security measures. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe your thesis is in the second. You say the book goes into detail about how Mendez grew from an aspiring artist to becoming one of the CIA's most talented operatives. It is the upbringing and experience of Mendez that allowed him to come up with the Argo idea. Still no. So you don't really have a specific judgment. You should frame and explain, why you like the book based on what criteria, and then you can defend that in the body paragraphs. That will give you a little bit tighter organization than what you have. So your second paragraph, you say the book does an excellent job showing just how bad the CIA operatives are. So he plans every detail. But how is that, if you say it shows how bad, you say badass the operatives are, but how does that result in it being a good book? Are you trying to say that by explaining and telling detail about these operatives, that was a way of getting the audience interested in what was going on? So maybe talk about what effect these explanations you think had on the audience and on the overall presentation of the information. So you need to connect that a little bit better to the book review, to your evaluation of the book. 3, I believe the book is still relevant. You have, this is because the story has been hidden for so long, it's fresh and new. So I think you're doing a little bit better job here. You say, the story has been hidden for so long, it's fresh, its subject has not been done. We're also having problems in this area today. Okay, so this is where you need your details. So specifically, what problems are we having right now in our society today, and how do they connect back to the main or central theme of this book? So in paragraph 3 there, you need to give some explanation to help support that idea that you just said. She said, along the fact you have a best-selling author working with someone who is there firsthand, could show all the behind the scenes that leads to a successful combination. That idea doesn't really relate to your topic. Your topic in that paragraph is why the book is still relevant. So you don't want to jump around to too many different ideas. You want to focus on one specific idea, why the book is still relevant, and then do that. So you haven't really done or defended the topic of that particular paragraph. So I think paragraph 3 simply has too many different ideas in there. So your next paragraph, see, overall I would say this book is a success. The combination of a great writer along with the experience of the CIA's operatives leads to an entertaining and educational read. I enjoyed how they went into background. I thought it gave the reader a better feeling. That's pretty good. The background of the Iranian government. There's nothing too disconcerting. As I said before, I was entertained and felt reading Argo. I had competent knowledge of what happened. I'll say that's a little bit better. You have your fifth paragraph. The book has many arguments. I decided to focus upon if Mendez worked to help the hostages escape. Many people thought the idea was naive, that it would never work. And then, okay, now let's go back. So you have the last idea here, which is your condensed version of your book review. So that's looking okay. So if we look at the book review itself, I think you need a much more coherent organization. I mean, you don't really have a thesis in the beginning of that, so you need a better way to connect all the information together. And even in some of the paragraphs, you'd start off with a topic like why the book's relevant, but you didn't really support that, and then you jumped around to a bunch of different ideas. So I think you need a little bit better organization. You need more details to help support the ideas that you were saying. So I'm going to put you on this one 75 out of 100. Give you a C. So you got two choices. A, nothing. Do nothing. B, if you think you can make it better in these comments, you can submit this essay to me 7 days after I hand it back. And if you do submit a redraft of this, you want to include a cover letter telling me what changes you made and why, and then I can compare the two drafts.